Only a few seconds after Jungkook tightly hugged J-Hope on stage at Rogers Stadium, the camera immediately switched to Jimin, and his expression instantly sent ARMY into a frenzy. Jimin's look toward the two was interpreted as a jealous stare, immediately sparking various speculations, especially since Jungkook and J-Hope seemed in no hurry at all to end their hug. So, what actually happened between them at that moment? Was Jimin genuinely bothered, simply joking around, or did the camera just happen to capture an expression that looked dramatic? This brief moment turned out to be far more talked about than it initially seemed, and Jimin's reaction a few seconds later only made fans even more curious. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. A dramatic moment took place during BTS's concert at Rogers Stadium in Toronto, when Jungkook was seen tightly hugging J-Hope on stage. The hug immediately caught the attention of fans watching the final night of the concert, especially when the camera focused on Jimin's expression, which appeared to change as he watched his two bandmates getting close. Within seconds, the cheerful atmosphere on stage suddenly felt like a scene from a drama in the eyes of ARMY. Jungkook and J-Hope looked incredibly close when the hug happened. Both of them were seen laughing and enjoying the moment, without showing even the slightest hint of awkwardness. Meanwhile, on the other side of the stage, Jimin was said to have an expression that immediately sent fans into a frenzy. His gaze was directed toward Jungkook and J-Hope, as if he did not want to miss a single second of what was happening. Jimin's reaction then became one of the biggest topics of conversation among the audience. Some fans describe his expression as brutally jealous, although, of course, there is no confirmation that Jimin was actually feeling jealous. His body language and facial expression were interpreted differently by different fans, causing the brief moment to develop into one of the most dramatic scenes of the entire concert. The tension seemed to grow even more as Jungkook continued holding J-Hope in his arms. Jimin, who was standing not far away from them, once again became the focus of the camera. A slight smile, an intense gaze, and an expression that appeared to change made fans feel as though they were watching a Cold War unfold on stage. Social media was soon filled with playful comments about Jimin supposedly being unable to accept seeing Jungkook getting so clingy with J-Hope. However, behind all the excitement, the moment also highlighted the closeness and warmth of the relationship among the BTS members. Jungkook's hug toward J-Hope appeared to be a genuine display of affection and friendship between two people who have shared a long journey together. Meanwhile, Jimin's expression is more appropriately viewed as part of a spontaneous on-stage interaction rather than evidence of any actual conflict or jealousy. For ARMY who attended Rogers Stadium, this brief incident became one of the unexpected moments that made the final night of the concert even more memorable. One hug, one look, and one expression from Jimin were enough to spark thousands of reactions from the audience. The chemistry among the members once again showed that even the simplest interactions can turn into viral moments when BTS is on stage. In the end, Jimin being jealous of Jungkook hugging J-Hope is more of an entertaining interpretation from fans than a fact confirmed by the members themselves. Even so, the drama was certainly hard to ignore. Amid the lights and excitement of Rogers Stadium, Jungkook and J-Hope's hug, along with Jimin's reaction, created a scene that left ARMY laughing, freaking out, and analyzing every expression until the concert came to an end. The stage camera, which had initially captured Jungkook and J-Hope in a tight embrace, suddenly switched to Jimin. In an instant, the audience's attention shifted as well. Jimin's expression as he appeared to watch the two became a highlight of its own, especially because his face was captured by the camera for only a brief moment. For ARMY, that split second was already enough to trigger countless reactions. Was Jimin simply surprised, joking around, or did he really feel bothered by seeing Jungkook getting so close to J-Hope? There is no definite answer, but the expression immediately became a topic of discussion. What made the situation even more dramatic was the fact that Jungkook and J-Hope seemed in absolutely no hurry to end their hug. Instead, they appear to be enjoying the moment while laughing together on stage. Meanwhile, Jimin once again became the target of the camera, sending fans into an even bigger frenzy. For Jikook fans, the scene naturally felt like an unplanned piece of drama. But what happened a few seconds later made the audience even more excited. ARMY's reactions immediately began pouring in. Some jokingly said that Jimin was keeping an eye on Jungkook, while others believe his expression was simply part of a spontaneous interaction among the members. On social media, clips of the moment had the potential to become meme material and fuel various interpretations, especially because each member's facial expression can look completely different depending on the camera angle. That very ambiguity is what made the moment even more interesting to discuss. For Jikook fans, of course, a single look from Jimin toward Jungkook can carry a meaning of its own. However, it is important to remember that there has been no official statement from either Jimin or Jungkook confirming any feelings of jealousy. The word jealousy is better understood as a playful fandom interpretation of a spontaneous moment on stage. Regardless of whether that interpretation is accurate, the chemistry among the BTS members often makes even the smallest interactions turn into moments that generate widespread discussion. In the end, it was not only Jungkook and J-Hope's hug that captured attention, but also how a brief glimpse of Jimin's expression was enough to spark the imagination of thousands of fans. The final night in Toronto left behind a moment that ARMY will likely continue replaying, with each fan having their own version of the story. Not long after the moment began circulating, ARMY reactions started appearing across social media. Clips showing Jungkook hugging J-Hope, followed by the camera cutting to Jimin, became material for memes and comments from all corners of the fandom. Some fans deliberately zoomed in on Jimin's expression, while others replayed the video repeatedly to figure out what had actually happened during those few seconds. A brief moment on stage had suddenly turned into a much bigger conversation. The comment section was soon filled with hilarious reactions from ARMY. Some fans jokingly acted as if Jimin had become the most serious audience member, while Jungkook and J-Hope were hugging. Others believed that the expression did not indicate jealousy at all, and was simply a spontaneous reaction caught on camera. This difference in interpretation is what made the moment even more interesting, as a single expression could inspire so many different versions of the story among fans. For Jikook fans, a single look from Jimin naturally felt like fresh fuel for various interpretations. Small interactions between Jimin and Jungkook often attract special attention within the fandom, so when the camera caught Jimin right after Jungkook hugged J-Hope, the moment was immediately considered new material for discussion. Even so, all of these theories remain within the realm of fan interpretation and cannot be considered evidence of Jimin's personal feelings. Interestingly, BTS fans as a whole also enjoyed the moment, without necessarily viewing it from the perspective of any particular ship. For many ARMY, it is precisely this kind of spontaneity that makes a concert feel alive. Jungkook being so affectionate with J-Hope, Jimin's reaction being caught on camera, and the members laughing together created a scene that felt natural and unplanned. It is no surprise that the short clip eventually became one of the moments most widely discussed by fans after the concert. In the end, the real appeal of this moment does not lie in whether Jimin was actually jealous or not, but in how a simple interaction on stage was able to trigger so many reactions. Some saw it as a joke, others viewed it as part of the members' chemistry, while Jikook fans found new room for theories. Whatever the interpretation, one hug from Jungkook toward J-Hope managed to draw the camera's attention to Jimin. And that was where the fandom drama began. The moment between Jungkook and J-Hope is also interesting when viewed in the broader context of BTS's overall chemistry. Jungkook's closeness with J-Hope is not something that exists in isolation, as every member has their own unique dynamic with one another. J-Hope is known for often creating a warm and energetic atmosphere, while Jungkook frequently shows his playful and affectionate side toward his older members. Therefore, the hug on stage could simply have been a natural display of the long-standing closeness between the two. The same can be seen in the interactions between the other members. Jimin and Jungkook have a very popular chemistry among fans, while J-Hope also shares his own unique bond with RM, Jin, Suga, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. This variety of relationships is precisely what makes BTS's interactions so interesting to watch. One night can feature a moment between J-Hope and Jungkook, followed by a joke between Jimin and V, or a warm interaction between RM and another member. Another interesting detail is what happened before the hug. If the stage footage shows that Jungkook and J-Hope had already been interacting, joking around, or moving closer to each other before eventually hugging, that context would naturally make the scene feel different. The same applies to Jimin's expression a few seconds earlier. Rather than focusing on a single frame that happens to look dramatic, watching the full sequence can help fans see that his reaction may simply have been part of the spontaneous atmosphere unfolding on stage. Once the hug ended, fans' attention shifted back to what the members did next. Did Jungkook approach Jimin again? Did Jimin laugh or interact with another member? Or did everything simply continue as usual without any drama at all? These small details after the moment are important because they can provide a more complete picture. Without the context before and after it, a single facial expression can easily be overinterpreted. Once again, a single look from Jimin had Jikook fans buzzing with speculation about their chemistry. For some fans, the brief moment when Jimin looked toward Jungkook after his hug with J-Hope felt like a scene too interesting to ignore. Various theories began circulating, ranging from jokes about a jealous look to the idea that Jimin was simply paying attention to what BTS's youngest member was doing. However, the appeal of this scene is not limited to the Jikook perspective. For ARMY in general, the members' spontaneity is one of the reasons BTS concerts are always full of surprises. Unplanned interactions, sudden jokes, hugs, and even small expressions caught on camera can become the moments fans talk about the most after the show ends. J-Hope should not be forgotten in this story either. His hug with Jungkook highlighted the warmth of their relationship and served as another reminder that every combination of BTS members has its own unique chemistry. For J-Hope fans, the moment could be a highlight in its own right, while Jungkook fans could enjoy seeing the Magne's affectionate side with one of the older members who has been by his side since the early days of BTS. At the same time, Jikook fans have every opportunity to enjoy their own interpretation without treating it as fact. A single look can inspire thousands of theories, but Jimin and Jungkook's chemistry is far broader than one short video clip. Precisely because there is no confirmation regarding Jimin's feelings in that moment, fans can simply view it as a fun, spontaneous interaction to discuss without making assumptions about the idol's private life. In the end, this is what makes such a small scene on stage feel so significant. Some fans focused on Jungkook and J-Hope's hug. Others were captivated by Jimin's expression, while some simply enjoyed watching all 7 BTS members having fun together. Regardless of the jealousy theory circulating among fans, the real charm lies in their spontaneity. Because whenever BTS is on stage, even a single look and a single hug can turn into a moment that gets the entire fandom talking all over again.